President Mugabe, as an elder African leader, do you think African leaders have done enough to address the issue of fragility in Africa and the devastating impact it's had on Africans?
Yes and no. The causes of violence are quite varied. In our situations where our economies are still developing and we are not able to grow them at the speed which can absorb the employment of the youths and the population of the youth, both girls and boys, is rising. And these young ones look up to government to give them employment. Government must do everything in order to ensure that they have food and beyond food that they have incomes. Then they go into the streets and demonstrate. But then there are also those who support government. And then there are clashes. In some cases it becomes the ruling party versus the opposition. But you see, economies cannot grow as quickly as our people expect them. We need more investment, and that investment should have come long ago. But we still, most of us are at a subsistence level. So that is the area where some violence can take place. But that, one expects, can be ameliorated as the economy improves. But then there is that which is caused by a clash of doctrines. Sometimes it's not just the political doctrines, but the religious doctrines. And that's what we see on our globe. And you have our Muslim friends. Islam has split itself so much so that one doesn't know where the splits will end. And the splits are not, like splits in the Christian churches. For example, in the Christian churches, you are getting lots of small churches starting, but that doesn't lead to violence. But in the Islamic world, you talk of ISIS, you talk of ICAL, and so on, and various groups. And it would appear that the belief is that the more violence you exert on the population, then the greater the population listens to you and joins your side of religion. that is a dangerous one. I don't know how this one will be remedied. It appears to me that I think it's beyond remedy just now. And in Africa, well, we also have had that touch of the Muslim world in a number of countries. But in the south where we are, no, that's not our experience, and thank God. So I want to divide the causes then into those that are economic and those are caused by differences in religious doctrine.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Just one quick follow-up question. You speak about countries in the south. You'll see from the description of the session that on the Fragile States Index, Zimbabwe is listed as a fragile state. Do you agree with that, Mr. President? Is Zimbabwe a fragile state?
Well, now you are, well, of course, you know that is not true. And Zimbabwe is one of the most highly developed country in Africa. And after South Africa, I want to know which country has, that level of development that you see in Zimbabwe. We have 14 universities. We have our literacy rate is over 90, and it's the highest in Africa. And they don't talk of us as a fragile state from an economic point of view. Yes, we have our problems, but certainly we are achieving our problems. We have resources, perhaps more resources than the average country in the world. You see, gold, diamonds, chrome, coal, etc., platinum, etc. And we are utilizing them. And our agriculture is very viable. And this year, we'll have a bumper harvest. It's not just maize, which is our food. It's cotton, it's tobacco, it's many other crops. And we are not a poor country, and we can't be a fragile country when we have these resources. But someone wants to call us fragile. They are free to do so.